10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Discussing everything about the afterlife and spirit world. Coming to you all the way from Ireland, it's Sandie Byrne.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Tipperary for another hour with me. Look at you. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. Hey, Neve, I see you made it. You're not snuggled up in bed just yet. Hello, everybody. It's the last podcast for 2021. I am so excited for the new year. I know it's bittersweet, and Christmas has been bittersweet. My family, too, lost somebody in 2021, actually, on both sides of the family. We lost a family member, both me and my husband. So it has been a tough Christmas, and it's a very bittersweet new year. But still, I think it can't be any worse than the year that we're leaving behind. So I am raring and ready to go. So I hope you're all excited too. So as you can see when you come in there, I've called this episode the psychic episode. So this is going to be your chance to ask me any psychic questions. But before we do that, I want to go through some numerology because you know that I do numerology, okay? Now, I will say to you that in order to get a very accurate numerology specifically for you, obviously you would need to get a personal forecast done. But I have done out some generic forecasts that we can use going forward into 2022 so that we have an idea of what to look for. So I did this there during the week when I found a few minutes spare. So I'm going to go through that first. Has anybody here ever had their numerology done? Or is there anybody that never heard of numerology before? Have you all heard of numerology? I know I talk about it sometimes. So if you're someone that listens to me regularly, you will probably have heard of it. Avine's never heard of it. No, we haven't heard of it. Wow. Okay. So very quickly, numerology is the oldest way of foretelling the future. It's been used for over 2,000 years. Okay, Regina, you've heard of it. Cool. So I know in Ireland we learn about Pythagoras as part of the leaving certificate cycle, but there may be some people here that aren't from Ireland and may not have heard of Pythagoras. Pythagoras was an old, he was a scientist and he was a mathematician, and he wrote some of the maths that we learn even today. In Ireland, I know particularly, only because I went to school in Ireland, we learn Pythagoras' theorems for our leaving cert. So we would have heard of Pythagoras when we were learning maths in school. So, but he also had a huge belief in the afterlife, in foretelling the future. He's not only studied maths and science, but he also studied astronomy. Okay. So he put everything that he knew together and he devised this system called numerology. Okay. Now there's several different forms of numerology these days. You know, I suppose Puritans would call it bastardized versions. They're not. It doesn't mean that they're wrong. They've just taken the fundamental system that Pythagoras invented and have changed it around a little bit. But I studied Pythagorean numerology in London some years ago, and I just love it. Okay. Nobody in my house starts the year without their forecast. Okay. So I've been busy as well as doing stuff for work. I've been doing the forecast for all my family as well. So, so that basically is numerology. So how does numerology work? So we take the day that you were born on. Okay. So I'll let you come on as speakers. I just got one or two people looking to come on as speakers. I've no problem with people coming on as speakers. I just ask you to keep yourself muted while I go through the numerology, and then we'll take all the questions if that's okay. Hey, Ray from TikTok. Thanks for joining. So basically what we do is we take the name that you were given at birth, we take the date that you were born on, and we take the name that you're known as now. Okay. So for example, the name that I was born with, I was born Sandra Mary Ryan. That's the name that's on my birth cert. So we take the name that's on your birth cert or your adoption certificate, and then the date that you were born on, day, month, and year, and then the name that you're known as now. So even though I was born Sandra Mary Ryan, people just know me as Sandie Byrne. I've never been called Sandra, only when I got into trouble when I was younger. So I've always been known as Sandie. So Sandie Byrne, obviously because I'm married. And using that, I can figure out the path that my life will take. Okay, you'll be there forever with my name. The FDQBCJQH name, Liz. I just happen to know it's you at this point. So, but even using the numbers of the year. So, for example, we're looking at 2022 now. Okay, so that's 2022. So, if we add it together, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2, we get 6. So the number for 2022, it's a 6. So it's a 6 year. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, the first thing it means is that it's a family focused year. Okay. So people will be reconnecting with family members. Some people will be starting a family. Some people will be moving nearer to their family to be with them. There'll be a lot of family reunions as well, people that haven't seen each other during the pandemic. So it's a real family focused, okay, year. Okay. Now, also, we've got all the twos in there. So we've got 2022. So 2022. So there's a lot of twos in there. So twos bring balance or compromise. Okay. So we're hoping, well, I'm hoping particularly that 2022 brings more unity after the division that we've seen last year, 2021, which was the 5 year. Okay. So the 5 year brought a lot of turbulence in people's relationships. So we're hoping for a lot more unity with people in the 2 year. The 2 is also, it's a positive number, and it also promotes partnerships. Okay. So if you're single, you may meet somebody new. If you're in a long-term relationship, that relationship may turn to marriage. Some marriages, now those that have, like me, who are married, there can be a bit of turbulence during the year, but it should ease out in the second half of the year. Anybody whose relationship isn't right, it will end this year. Okay. So it can bring about the two opposites, if you like. So, but it's probably better. The 2 year with regards to relationships is actually better for new relationships or for developing relationships than it is for existing relationships. Okay. But you will find those ones that have been a bit questionable, they'll end early. Okay. Likely in the first quarter of 2022. Okay. But don't worry, because if it's not meant to be, you're as well off to let it go. Okay. So, who is going to have a favorable year and who isn't? Okay. I'll bring Aveen in there. He's looking to come in as a speaker. So listen up now. So if you were born on any multiple of the 3, it doesn't matter what month you were born in. Okay. If you were born on the 3rd, 6th, 9th, 12th, 15th, 18th, 21st, 24th, 27th, or 30th of any month, you will have a favorable year. Okay. It will be a good enough year. Um, You'll get good results from the year. Okay, from anything you start this year, you'll get good results if you were born on the 4th, 8th, 13th, 17th, 22nd, 26th, or 31st. Okay, they're tremendous years now. These dates that I call out, if you were born on any of these dates, it doesn't matter what month, if you were born on any of these following dates, you are going to have an absolutely tremendous year. This is the year for you. So if you were born on the 1st, 2nd, 7th, 10th, 11th, 16th, 19th, 20th, 25th, 28th, or 29th, 2022 is the year for you. Okay? And these following dates, if your date hasn't been called, so if you're born on the 5th, 14th, or 23rd, you'll have a slow start to the year, but the year will start booming in the second half. So be patient. Okay? And we have a big influence of the 3 in 2022 because we've got 3 twos. We've got 2022, 2022. So the 3 is a big influence on the year. Okay. Yes. So I was saying that there is a huge influence of the 3 in 2022 because we have 3 twos We've 2022. So the 3 is very favorable. So if if you're in a year that's a multiple of 3, so if you're in your 3rd year, your 6th year, your 9th year, okay, all will go up to the adult ages. If you're in your 18th year, your 21st year, your 24th, 27th, 30th, 33rd, 36th, 39th, 42nd. So any year that's a multiple of the 3, okay, then it will also be a favorable year for you. So see, Rachel's telling me she was born on the 30th. So it's going to be a favorable year, an okay year, okay? Not absolutely massive. Those that will have a tremendous year are those born on the 1st, 2nd, 7th, 10th, 11th, 16th, 19th, 20th, 25th, 28th, and 29th. Okay, so I'm going to run through these ones very quickly. So, the numerology number 1. Okay, so if you were born, so just listen to these. If you were born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, or 28th, okay, that makes you a 1. So the numbers go from 1 to 9, okay? So if you're a 1, so a 1 is born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, or 28th, things will work out better for you in 2022 compared to 2021. You'll be able to make positive changes that will lift you. Okay, support from a female friend or family member will enhance your look, and wearing golden color clothes will also bring luck. Okay, so promotion is likely. Be careful in the first 2 months of the year. Do not make any investments during this time. And fasting on a Thursday will help you, especially if you're someone maybe who's in a high powered career or you strategize. Doing that on a Thursday while fasting will be more beneficial for you. Okay. Lucky months May, June, December. Lucky days Sunday and Friday. Lucky colors mustard, yellow, and golden. Okay, so the number 2s, that's anybody born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th. Okay, the time has come for you to reap the fruits of your hard work. 2022 is going to be awesome for you. You will get massive success, but only because you have put in the required effort. Strategize and work in the right direction will make you unstoppable. Massive work progress can happen this year. Just keep doing what you're doing. It will definitely be better than 2021. Okay, be brave and courageous to enhance your look. Fast and strategize on a Monday for your career. Lucky months March, April, October, and November. Lucky days Monday and Saturday. Lucky colors cream and orange. Okay, now we're moving on to the number 3s. Okay, you're listening. There's only 9 of these. Okay, so we're flying through them because I want to answer your personal questions too. So the number 3s are those born on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, and 30th of a month, any month. It doesn't matter what month. The 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, and the 30th. Okay, this year you need to focus on achieving financial stability. Use your finances wisely, save for rainy days, and spend most of your money on what you need. Okay, set aside a little money for your luxuries, but don't misuse your money. Be honest with yourself about your financial situation. Also, to make this year more lucky for you, you need to keep green plants inside and outside the main door of your house, apartment, wherever you live. Okay, it's the best way to enhance luck during 2022. If you're a 3 number, luck will be on your side, and doors of opportunity will open, but your earnings will remain the same. So do expenditures. Your business or career will progress nicely but slowly. Fasting on a Thursday and strategizing on a Thursday will definitely help your professional life. Lucky months are January, August, and October. Lucky days Wednesday and Thursday. Lucky colors yellow and pink. Okay, so now we're on the 4s. So you're a 4 if you were born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of any month. Okay, and if you're a 4, relationships are highly favored this year. Singles have great chances of meeting their dream person and committing to them. Long term relationships will turn into marriage. but married couples may face some turbulence from their partner, and you're more likely to feel low in the first quarter of the year. Okay. Your health and the health of your children or family members will be better in the second half of the year. There is a possibility of skin and gut disorders in the first quarter. Increase your intake of fruit and vegetables. Strong possibilities of beating competition work wise. Okay, so it'll be a good year for work and progress. Money will multiply and your career will get a boost also. Lucky months will be February, September, and November. Lucky days are Tuesday and Thursday. Lucky colors blue and grey. Ray Ray saying always relationships with me. It depends what you're putting forward, what you're putting out there. Remember, we spoke about the law of attraction in a past episode. So we're on to the number fives. So you're number five if you were born on the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd of any month. Okay. So 2022 can be a turning year for you. This is a turning point. Expect huge financial gain and stability in 2022. Your health will become stronger. You will succeed in life by overcoming barriers, blocks, and hurdles. Your mantra for the year should be focus, discipline, dedication, and devotion. Definitely try to meditate during 2022 and drink more water. There is great potential for success in career and business this year, and if investments will multiply if you're careful. Fasting and strategizing on a Wednesday is very good professionally. Lucky months February, May, August, and November. Lucky days Monday and Sunday, and lucky colors light brown and white. Okay, number sixes. So we're nearly there. So you're number six. So you're still with me. If you were born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th of any month, then you are a six. And 2022 will definitely be better than 2021 for you, especially if you work in the corporate world or you're an entrepreneur. Your love life will be thriving, and you'll also be putting lots of effort into keeping your loved ones pleased and cheerful. Family life will be better than it was last year. If seasoned business people and entrepreneurs will incur huge gains and flourish in uplifting their business. Health for this year. Okay, so if you're a six, this is a year for you to feed your mind more so. Make it a daily habit to meditate after waking up and before going to sleep. It'll help keep anxiety at bay. Fasting and strategizing on a Friday will help you in your professional life. Lucky months are April, May, November, December. Lucky days, Sunday and Friday. And lucky colors are white and light blue. Okay, so the sevens. You're a seven if you were born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th. So 7th, 16th, or 25th of any month. So 2021 was okay, but 2022 will be better. Your finances will become stronger. It's the year for personal transformation. So if you've been thinking of undertaking any kind of a training program, maybe delving into your spiritual awareness, striving for personal achievements, all those things will work out for you in 2022. If you wear the color sky blue to work, it will be extremely lucky for you. And if beginning something new, consider starting on a Monday. Family relationships will strengthen this year, but you will find that some gut and skin disorders may crop up. So make sure your diet is healthy and try a bit of yoga. Okay, business and career very favorable and likely to scale newer heights. Fasting and strategizing on a Thursday would be beneficial. Lucky months are January, February, July, and November. Lucky days, Monday and Thursday. Lucky colors, green and sky blue. Can you hear me? Are you losing me again? Do we have any eights here? Were you born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th? Great, thank you guys. Martina was losing me there. Okay, so you're an 8 if you were born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of any month. Okay, And this year, you're being encouraged to give up your stubborn mindset, guys. It's only through giving that up that you will get out of issues in your personal and professional life. First half of the year would be ideal for sorting out your love life, and the second half of the year, you should set brand new goals to achieve. Donating to charity or volunteering to a local charity will enhance your luck during 2022. Okay. With regards to work and career, this is really a year to consider your position. You might consider reinventing or changing. Okay. You'll see your path more clearly from March. Okay. So you'll be unsure or uncertain up until March time, and then your path will become a lot clearer. If you're single, 2022 is definitely the time for you to find the love of your life, but don't rush things. Take your time and you'll definitely find the right person. Family life is stable. Fasting and strategizing on a Friday will boost your career. Lucky months, March, May, and December. Lucky days, Sunday and Saturday. Lucky colors, dark blue or dark grey. Very staying single. And finally, the nines. Okay, so any multiple of the nine, if you're born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th. Okay, then you'll be artistic and creative and should consider pursuing a career in a creative space. But you're also a humanitarian and you like to do something for the benefit of the community. Doing community work will reap personal rewards during 2022. And you may even find that you have some luck with regards to money. With regards to money, it may be an inheritance or a forgotten payment or something, but definitely some money coming through later in the year. You need to learn patience and discipline during 2022. If you're decorating this year, you definitely should consider incorporating yellow, especially if you're decorating a bedroom or a living room or sitting room, as we call it here in Ireland. Okay, maybe even a reddish brown color. So autumnal colors there. With regards to money, business, or career, the beginning of the year will be a bit unstable, but things will start moving smoothly in the second half of the year. With regards to health, okay, you may find issues with the back or the knee cropping up, but it will pass quite easily. And as you are particularly prone to sore throats, avoid any soft drinks. Try to de-stress. Fasting or strategizing on a Friday will definitely help you in your career. Lucky months, April, July, August, or September. Lucky days, Wednesday and Friday. Lucky colors, red and yellow. Okay, so I know I flew through those, guys, but the replay will be up. I'll have to do a little bit of cutting and pasting with regards to the technical issues. But I hope that gives you some outline of what you can look forward to during the year. Okay, I hope you caught all that. I know I said 27th. What about relationships? So if you're 27, you're 9. Okay, what did I say about relationships? Nothing specifically there. I didn't really put anything about relationships because there wasn't much happening. Okay, so it's pretty much staying the same, I'm afraid to say. I hope that um, you know, that you weren't hoping to meet somebody new. Because if you do start a new relationship in a 9 year, it's likely to be, or if you're 9 and you start a relationship in a 6 year, it's likely to be very short lived. Okay, because you're not in the right place to start a relationship if you're 9. You can tend to be a bit rash or careless during the 6 year, so really you won't be on you won't be on a flow with anybody. Okay, so let's answer some. I have a new relationship the last 6 months. Maybe this one might last. It will if you're a little bit more diplomatic than you've been in the past. Okay, you might find yourself a bit short with your partner this year, Katie. So it wouldn't be a fantastic year for relationships for the nines. Okay, so now I want to answer your personal questions. Okay, so does anybody have any personal questions that they want to ask me? Oh, is it Tarna? Is that your name? Tarna wants us all to say a prayer for her uncle David. He's due to have his life support switched off tomorrow. He was put in an induced coma because of COVID. He's in a hospital in Limerick. I'm in Liverpool. My mum is the oldest and won't be able to get back. She's nearly 72. Oh, bless her, Tarna. And is your uncle, like, was it just COVID? Is he elderly or was he sick beforehand or just his lungs? God bless him. There are people that are really sick, with COVID. Nobody denies COVID. I just don't understand all the testing that's, required. I just feel that people are going mad getting tested. The amount of people just buying places um out of the, what do you call them, the antigen tests. It's just mad. Everybody that I know, all my friends are saying, I bought a pack of 5 today. I bought 10 today to have them in the house. I'm thinking, why? But no, I don't deny that people are getting very sick, and I definitely will send some healing to the family and some healing to David because he's going to need that too. Okay, so Rach, I'd love to know if the person I'm seeing is going to commit. We are best friends past 2 years, both decided to keep it friends first because we don't want to ruin that. Well, if you started as friends, um, I always say though that the relationships that start as friends, they can be the ones that turn out the best. Okay? Because you know what you're getting into. Whereas if you just meet somebody, that you've never met before and embark on a relationship straight off, you have to go through all the finding the skeletons in the closet. Okay? So sometimes those ones can work out fine. But let me have a look at the cards for you. I just want to double check that my sound is going well because I don't know what happened there earlier, but we seem to be okay for now. Okay, so let me see for Rachel. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I'm going to be brutally honest here, Rachel, and you're better on your own with this one, okay? It's not that I think there's anything wrong with this person. I can only look at you, I can't look at this other person, but I know that you're so used to being on your own, you're so independent, you're not ready to let go of that, okay? And I think that's been felt within this relationship. Um, I'm also being told here that you've always felt on the outside, so you've never really felt comfortable within a relationship with this person. So it does look like here that you would be better off as friends. I'm sorry to say that, Rach. I hope everything works out okay. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll down slowly and get through as many of these questions as we can. Just make sure the questions aren't health related, guys, because I'm not a doctor or a nurse, okay? The only way that I could look at anything would be to do a full spread and see what ramifications would be. So say, for example, if someone asked me, were they going to prison? Okay. I wouldn't necessarily look at a legal case. I'd look to see, are they going to be, away from their family for a while? Or if someone wanted to know, are they going to get an operation? I can't answer the thing, but I'd look and see, are they off their feet or out of work for a while, stuff like that. Okay. Regina's thinking of moving, is it to Kentucky or from Kentucky? I'm assuming it's to Kentucky, a transfer for work. Do I see this working out? Okay, so that'd be a good idea for you. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm Regina. Do you want to unmute yourself? You don't have to, but you're welcome to if you want to. Okay.
Hi, Sandy.
Hey, how are you? So just doing.
I'm doing really great.
So you're thinking of moving to Kentucky, is it?
Yes, my partner is thinking about transferring. It sounds like a really good opportunity, but I wanted to check with you.
Sure. Well, the first card that popped out when I was shuffling for you is the love card, okay? And I definitely see a really good relationship here. Okay, the one that comes up is the soulmate card.
Yes.
You're the stubborn one, though, Regina, within this relationship, okay?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Don't not go, because if you don't go, you'll feel left behind and you will regret this going forward. Okay? I definitely feel this is the right move for you.
Okay, that's perfect. Yes.
And if you want to avoid any regret later, because I think your partner's going to go either way, so it's just whether or not you go with him. Okay.
Right. Yes.
So no, I would say go. If these cards come up for me, I'd be gone. Can I come too?
Yep. Got
Where
it.
are you currently? I know you're going to Kentucky, but
in Chicago.
In Chicago. Oh, okay.
Yes.
The Windy City.
The Windy City. Yep.
Best
It's not
of
just
luck
windy
with
in the city, though.
Is it not as windy everywhere?
Yeah.
Try Tipperary.
Right.
Definitely. Best
And
of
I
luck with that,
also
Regina. And do join in
also
again and let us know how you're getting on.
yeah, I wanted to tell you too that Christmas went incredibly well.
Oh,
Um,
brilliant.
and we did speak up about my dad,
Mm-hmm.
and it really set the mood for the day, and it was just beautiful. It was absolutely
Oh,
wonderful. And I wanted to
I'm so
thank you
happy.
and Aideen for encouraging me to go. I'm really glad I
Yeah.
went.
Oh,
Thank you
you're
so
so
much.
good. And Avine, you're on as well. Can you hear that?
Yes, I'm so happy
Yeah.
for you, Regina. I'm so glad
Thank
because I was
you.
thinking about you a lot over Christmas and I was just hoping that you went. So I'm really happy
Yes,
that that happened.
it was wonderful. Thanks again.
I'm so happy
Oh,
for
you're
you. I
so
really
good.
am. And thanks for letting us know. And please do keep me up to date on how your move is going. I'm so excited for you.
I definitely will. Thank you so much, Sandy.
No problem, Regina. Thanks for joining in.
Okay, sure.
Martina Morrissey, my road I create. I don't know what you mean, Martina. Would you mind typing that in again? Kira, I really want to know what's going to happen with me career wise this year. I'm in my last year of college and I'm unsure what the future holds or where I'm going to be living when I finish college. Okay, so there's a lot in there. I'd have to do a full spread to answer everything. But so the way I'm going to word this question for the cards is will Kira have success career wise after she finishes? Okay, so sorry, I'm just shuffling here, but cards are popping out while I'm shuffling. I know you can't see me, but you might have been on some of my lives before, where I just wait for the cards to pop out. So let's see. The first thing it says is that you need to be honest with yourself, Kira. Okay, so you've got to stop making choices based on what you think other people expect from you or what they need from you. Okay, so once you make the decisions based on your wants and needs, then it will never be wrong. Okay, I do want to say to you, okay, and I know this is going to sound harsh, but you might find that you're inclined to be making decisions based on a relationship. So if you're getting into a new relationship this year, I'd say keep it shallow rather than getting overcommitted because it's going to hold you back. Okay. So this card in and of itself tells me that you'll be moving away. Okay. So you may look to go traveling or working away for some time. And I want to say to you, please, if that's your heart's desire, please don't cancel it because of somebody else. If it's meant to be, they'll wait. Okay. I hope that helps in some way. But yeah, you're not going to stay at home is one of the questions. But I hope you understand that in order to get to the root of all that, I would need to do a full spread, which I wouldn't have time for everybody here. But best of luck. My son is also in his last year, and he knows exactly where he's going. He has his whole life planned out. That fella. As long as he's got golf clubs, he's good to go. Neve Kendi, big change in my job. They closed the service that when I moved for. Wow, that was very quick, wasn't it? Okay, any insights? So let's see. So what we're looking for is the oh, okay. So I'm just waiting for a couple of cards to pop out, which might give me an indication. One card has popped out, which might indicate a lot, but I just want to wait and get a little bit more clarity here for you, Neve. You know, I've met Neve in the past, guys. So when I'm saying that the move card comes up here again, it's not one that I like to see because I am aware that she's moved a lot in the past. Um, okay, so I'm told that someone that you cross paths with from your past, so someone that maybe you've worked with in the past or maybe that you've trained with in the past, okay? So this person will give you, this was the first card that came out. So when you cross paths with this person, they will give you, what's the word I'll use? You know, when they tell you that there's an opportunity coming up somewhere, that they're looking for somebody somewhere. So your next opportunity will surely come through word of mouth, okay? But look, I say moving, but I don't feel it'll be too far. So you would either decide to move or just commute. It's not a big distance, so I think commuting would definitely be, um, favorable here for at least the first while till you get settled in. It does say here, though, that you're working on another project which will take you in a different direction towards the end of the year. Okay, So I'm not saying necessarily that you need to resign, but maybe you've been thinking of doing some training or some upskilling, and towards the end of 2022 that may take you in a different direction. Okay, so do keep your options open, but I'm not being told here that you'll be out of work, Neve. So that's always positive. So I don't want you to go looking up people from 10 years ago and saying, do you have any do you have any opportunities for work for me? But be aware that whether you cross paths with somebody, maybe you'll get an email from someone that you worked with in the past or something, and this connection will bring up an opportunity for work. Okay, but definitely no unemployment or living on the streets here at the moment, which is always a good sign. Okay, so your Uncle David's only in his 60s. He's very young. We have to buy our tests. Only the antigen ones. I think the PCR tests are free. I honestly don't know. I haven't had any tests. Thankfully, I'm touching wood while I say that, because I haven't been sick, luckily, over the past 2 years. But I'm lucky. I work and live obviously from my house. So apart from bringing my son to school, I don't really have to get out into the public. So there's not much opportunity for me to catch anything. But I do really feel for people who have, really got a bad dose of this. Martina is looking for anything on career. You're at a crossroad. Oh dear, Martina. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, just give me a minute. I shuffle and see will something pop out for me or thee. Okay, let's see. Oh, I see your crossroads, Martina. I definitely see it. And this new one is very, very tempting, isn't it? This new path. Very tempting. Not convinced. That's why I'm just waiting for another one to pop out. Sometimes the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. Okay. So the message that I'm being given here, Martina, is if the situation or the circumstances where you are are favorable, like if you can negotiate something better with where you are, that you would be better off to stay there. Okay, because I'm being told that the grass is greener. So if you're considering something new, it seems to me that what you're being promised isn't actually what will materialize at the end of this. Okay, so I would speak to wherever you're working at the moment or where you have been working and see if you can make a deal there. Maybe they can give you a bit of extra money or maybe some extra time off or something to sweeten the deal for you to stay there. But if I could get that, I wouldn't jump ship just now if I were you. Okay, I hope that helps. I would like to know if my little business will be successful or am I wasting my time? Oh, Helen, those of us that work for ourselves, I'm lucky, I suppose, because my husband works also. But, when you're working for yourself, it's really hit and miss, isn't it? You can have a week where nothing happens and then a week where you're just run off your feet. And, there's just no reassurances at all. So let's see. Helen. Okay. Oh. Okay. We had a couple pop out together, so let's see. Helen, you're a good business person. There's nothing wrong with anything that you're doing. I say but, okay, but you're not manifesting, okay? And I'm a huge believer. I talk about it all the time, the law of attraction, manifesting, all that kind of stuff, okay? So you need to believe. The feeling here is that you don't believe in your business, and if you don't believe in it, then it will never work, okay? Stop listening to other people as well. Other people don't know what direction you want your business to go in, okay? And you seem to be getting advice from all angles. Ignore it, okay? You need to follow your gut with regards to this, but you need to have a bigger picture. What do you want? What is the success line for you? Okay, is the success line being successful in your local town or on an international level? Like there's various different levels of success, and set your mind on each goal as you go through it. Okay, but don't be pessimistic. You've tended to be pessimistic, and I get it. As a business owner, the last 2 years have been very, very difficult to try and sort anything out. Okay, but if you can try and be a little bit more pessimistic, not try and be pessimistic, try and be a little bit more optimistic, I beg your pardon, and leave the pessimism behind, I really feel that you'll manifest a lot more success for your business. Okay. I can't tell you enough, guys, how mindfulness is such a true part of our lives. I'm reading a book called The Having at the moment. I'm nearly there with it. But even, that's what it talks about. It's talking about being grateful for what you have in the moment. So even if I go out and get my hair done, I have to acknowledge how grateful I am that I have the money at the moment to get my hair done. Okay. And always, always say that to yourself in your mind. If you're at home on your own, say it out loud to your angels, spirit guides, whatever. But being grateful for how far you've come will bring you more success in the future. I can't tell you how powerful it is. Rachel, we see each other romantically a couple of times a week. That's not commitment, Rachel. That's not commitment from either side. And I'm afraid you'll get hurt here, pet. Ray wants to know, should she move off the grid? Oh, well, I would love to move off the grid. Then I couldn't do podcasts, though, could I? I'd have to invent my own internet. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, this is a yes or no question card, so it can't be that hard. Oh, here we go. Rachel, I don't think it would be the right move for you. Not right now, anyway. Okay. I suppose all I'm feeling here is more so that you would miss certain people around you, that some of the people that you would want to have around you on a daily basis wouldn't necessarily buy into that idea. And, not being near people or not being in such close contact, I think especially this year, you'll find it very difficult. So I would postpone any decision around this for a good 10 or 12 months. Okay. So I'm not saying don't make plans for it. It's a big thing to move off grid. So maybe you could use this year to maybe put some money aside or to get somewhere ready, but don't necessarily carry it out for a good 10 to 12 months. Okay. Thank you, Tarna. You can still hear me. That's always good. Okay, Aveen, do I see another pregnancy in your future? Okay. Well, I have to say that I'm not a doctor or a nurse or any kind of a fertility person at all. Okay. I can have a quick look here, but I don't want anything that I say to discourage you from trying.
Of course,
Okay.
yeah.
And you've probably heard me talk in the past about a fertility stone.
No.
Have you heard me talk about that in the past? Okay, so there's a stone called, what is it called? My head is just like a sieve. I'll have to find it for you. It's called zoisite.
Okay.
It's a particular kind of zoisite, though. It's rose. I think it's rose zoisite.
Okay.
I have to confirm that for you. Okay. It's on my Instagram. If you want to go back through my Instagram, it'd be a good while ago,
Okay.
though. But it's a really good one if you have problems conceiving. Okay, I wouldn't
Yes.
have my second son without it.
Okay. Well, I must get some. So,
Aveen, the card's telling me
yes.
that this isn't necessarily something that you and your partner are agreeing on. Is that true?
Well, I've got COVID at the moment, and my husband has had my son, my first son, for a few days. Now he's gotten COVID now as well. So we're both. I said, and he was like, "One's enough, one's enough," and I was like, no, we need another one."
What age is your little boy?
He's 2.
He's 2, so he's quite young. My first fellow was nearly
2 and a
8
bit, 2.5.
before
2.5.
My first fellow was nearly 8 before I had my second one.
Okay. Well, I kind of know that myself, but I just thought, like, if there was something in the cards, but if there isn't, I totally get it as well. Do you know that kind of way? But that's just gas. The way that came up.
I know. I think he's probably open for persuasion. Give him a glass of wine, and he'd probably be more open for persuasion.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you. I don't think you're convinced just yet either.
No, I am. No, I am. I'm like, I definitely.
Yeah, maybe the pessimism is coming from him then, but I definitely see that someone's really pushing it out here and thinking maybe another year, maybe 2 years. Okay, I'm not seeing it in the immediate future, so I think the two of you should strategize on this a little bit and see when would be best for the two of you. Okay.
No, it's just we have a lot of fertility issues anyway, and it's ongoing at the minute. So
ruby zoisite, it just came to me when we were talking there. Ruby zoisite is what the stone
Ruby
is
so
called.
yeah, no. So
Yeah. And,
okay, that's fine.
and I had 6 miscarriages and thought that I would never have my second boy, but we have him. He'll be 14 on Monday. So
Okay.
I got the ruby zoisite for him, and I gave it to a customer who came for the same reason. She came for a reading. They've been trying for 7 years to have a baby. And I was shown it to her and I said, here, take it, because I knew after that section that I would never be able to have any more at that point. Anyway, I'd had 6 miscarriages, which had
Yeah.
resulted in 7 D&Cs, and I'd had 2 cesarean sections, so I was quite scared.
Yeah.
And I gave it to her, and I met her 3 months later, and she was expecting. And I've met her little girl that she had. And I have also given, used to have some of that here, and I give pieces of that stone to 7 other people who also have had babies.
Okay.
So I cannot recommend ruby zoisite enough for anybody
Ruby
with fertility
zoisite.
issues.
And where would I
Right.
get that? Would I just find it like online somewhere? Or?
You buy it online. Have a
Okay.
look at. Now, I get them in from.
I'm sorry.
The problem. No, you're fine. You've got COVID. You're going to cough. God love you. If you're having trouble getting it, come back to me. I normally buy
Okay.
it from a seller in Spain, but you kind of have to order a couple of €100 worth of stuff for them to send it over. But
Okay.
if I have a few orders together, I'll get it. But like I can buy a small piece from them for like a tenner, whereas you might go on eBay and they might charge you 80 or €100 for it.
Okay. I'll have a
So
look
it
and
can
come
be
back to you
expensive.
anyway.
What part of the country are you in?
Mead.
Oh, you're in Meath. Okay.
Yeah.
Try because I don't order crystals as a rule. But there's are you on Facebook?
Yes.
Look up Jenny's crystals.
Okay.
I know Jenny, and if she's sending an order, she gets stuff in from all over the place. She might be able to get you some. Or try
Okay.
Dervish in Cork.
Okay. I will.
If you have any
I
problems,
will.
come back to me.
I will. And thank
Okay?
you. And I'm so happy
No
that
problem.
Regina got all sorted as well at Christmas. So that was really good.
Yeah,
So,
isn't that lovely? Oh, bless her.
thank you.
No problem. Thanks for joining again, Aveen.
No problem.
Okay, Michelle Maloney is looking for romance. Wow, okay. It's been a long time since I was out there looking for romance. I wouldn't know what to do. Is there a relationship? Okay, Michelle, we want positive vibes. Send me positive vibes. Oh, here we go. Ooh, okay, so Michelle, what I'm being told here with this card is you have to let go of the feeling that you've missed out. Okay, so you may have been crushing on someone who wasn't interested. Maybe you had a relationship in the past and you thought that that might be the one. Okay, so you need to let go of this idea that you've missed out on the person that is for you. Okay, and that will open you up to allowing other people in. The other thing I would say to you is be open to meeting somebody. The next person that you meet, there'll be a slight age difference here. Okay, don't worry, he's not going to be in his 90s, but he may be 5 or 6 years older than you. Okay, so don't let that put you off, because I really feel that this could be a good relationship for you. Okay, so the answer to your question is yes, there's another relationship coming your way, but you have to be open for a relationship too. And until you let go of the past, there's no way for that. Katie wants another baby. You have a 12-year-old son. Oh, you lost a baby girl. Okay, so look, I'm slow to answer that question, Katie, because obviously I'm not a fertility specialist, and I would definitely be, hauled over the coals for giving people medical advice. The best advice that I could give you, because I was told that I would unlikely have another baby again, okay, and no particular reason for it. I had my first guy, and as I say, he was 8 before we had the second guy, and sometimes it's just the way it happens, okay, just serial miscarrier. Um, get yourself some ruby zoisite also. And I think, Katie, you're out in Spain, so you might find it easier to get. You can email me and I'll give you the details of the people that I buy from, because they want, obviously want a large order in order to ship to Ireland, but perhaps they might just ship smaller locally. And if you are getting some, we might even be able to put you in contact with Aveen. She might give you some postage money to send one over to Ireland. I don't know, I'm volunteering Aveen, but if you are managing to get it in Spain, I think Aveen would be grateful if she would do that too. And Katie, I don't know what age you are, but you've only got a 12-year-old son, so obviously you're very young for them to tell you that. We've known them to be wrong in the past, but I can't promise you that. I hope you understand. I don't have the medical information to say that to you. So I would have to advise that you go down the crystal route, but also see a specialist. I'd love to know if my current best friend is being loyal or should I cut her off. We've had some issues lately, which is leading me to believe she isn't being the person I think she is, which makes me quite anxious as I tell her everything. Okay, so let's have a look. Do we need to set boundaries with somebody? I never tell anybody to cut. I'm not sure what your name is because it's just come up as a random letters, but I would never tell anybody to cut anybody off. The best thing I would say to people is to set boundaries. Okay. So I think this is going to be taken out of your hands. So while I was just talking there, I know you can't see me, but when I'm shuffling the cards, they just pop out. Okay. So that's how I get the answers for you. The one that popped out there while I was talking about setting boundaries was that this will actually be taken out of your hands. Okay, so this person will actually either distance herself or maybe even move away a distance or whatever, but this will actually be taken out of your hands. You won't need to stress over this because natural selection will take place here. Okay, so don't stress about it too much. I think you're right. I think the connection is gone from this friendship, but I don't think you need to worry necessarily about her doing any harm or anything. um, she will be leaving your life this year. Hey Nicola, wondering about career for the future at a crossroads again. I often question what is my life's direction in terms of career. Do you know what? I think we all have this 3 or 4 times a year, don't we, Nicola? Because everything we start is exciting when we start it. And then it gets to the point where it becomes a job again. And that's when it gets really annoying, and we kind of think, oh, I need to change again. So let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's your popping out. Okay. Oh, I want to get another one for you, Nicola, because while this one does tell me that you're tending to make too many decisions based on the people around you, I know as a mother it's what we can tend to do, but I know that your kids too are all grown up and adults. And the fact that this one comes up tells me too that you take them into account way too much and that you should be following your own path. Um, this doesn't tell me, I mean, there is no card in the deck, guys, that tells me that you mine for diamonds or you teach skydiving or that you drive a bus or anything like that, okay? So we just kind of go on the feeling of it. And Nicola, I'm being told here that there's something that you've wanted to do, but you've always put it off because of other commitments. So basically what the card is saying is that now is the time for you, okay? So that could mean staying like if you loved what you were doing and were happy at it, I'd say stay at it if this is your heart's desire. But the fact that it's coming up makes me think that it's actually not your heart's desire. So now for the first time in your life you need to make that decision for yourself. What do you want in your heart? Okay, and follow your gut instinct. I talk about it a lot. If you were here and I'd say to you, Nicola, what do you want to do? Okay, I don't care if you want to teach skiing in cloisters, or I don't care if you want to lead an exhibition to the North Pole. Okay, if it's something you want to do, then you need to go for it. But yeah, where you are at the moment, I think that decision was made more for somebody else than it was for yourself. Okay, not that there was anything wrong with it. Okay, Eileen, will things work out family wise? Oh, there's a loaded question. Families, avoid them like the plague. I love a good family tale. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see what we can see. My earphones are falling out now. I hope you can still hear me. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, will things work out family wise? I keep because I've had that ear infection again this week because I ate the whole sum of 4 chocolates on Christmas Day. I've had my ear infection back, so I'm back on my dairy-free diet again. I'm getting an answer from this for who was I? Eileen. Oh, here we go. Just as I said that. Oh dear. Okay, Eileen. You need to stop giving to your family. Okay, you need to stop. I don't want to say to stop spending time with your family because family is really important. But what I'm being told here is that people are taking advantage of your kind nature. There, it took me a while for that word to come into my mind, But yeah, there's people in the family maybe that are leaning on you too much, just in general taking advantage. You need to take a step back from the situation. It will work out, but you've got to stop picking the scab. Okay, so take a step back and let it all work out before you get involved again. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying to you. Okay, don't get involved in the politics. Let them all sort themselves out, and they will be fine. Okay, I think you're the only one that's stressing here, Eileen. I don't think the others are stressing as much as you. Tarna, will my boy get the help he needs moving on to year 7 in September? I'm really stressed and worried about him going to senior school. So is year 7 then like secondary school in Ireland? I'm not really sure what age he is, but he's going into senior school. So I'm assuming he's about 12 or 13, is he? Will he get help that he needs? Okay, so my question is, will your son be okay? Tara, do you have an older boy or an older child than him? I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom here for a minute. Tara, do you have an older child? Okay, Katie, thanks for joining. Bye. Tara, can you tell me if you have an older child? Because I'm told that this child will follow the example of an older. He's 10, no other children. Okay, there is somebody that he seems to be following the example of. So whether he's got a friend that's a bit older than him, or he has a friend maybe in a year higher than him. Maybe he was friendly with someone who moved to senior school last year. Okay, I'm being told that he will definitely get guidance from someone that he is following the example of. Okay, now, what was I going to say to you is, with regards to you, Tarna, I'm not worried about him. I'm more worried about you. Okay, and what I want to say there is, be careful of some of the decisions that you're making at the moment, Tarna. Okay, I'm being told here that you're in danger of jumping into a decision here that you haven't really thought through. Okay, and I want you to give yourself maybe a 4 to 6 week period where you consider it before you jump in with your size 6s or whatever size boots you wear. Okay, so no spontaneous decisions over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, you need to take a step back and really consider it. Okay, I don't know when I get through all of these. Let's see. Relationship wise, is he true to me or is he messing around? Okay, let's have a look now. Is he true? Is he true? Okay, so obviously I can't read him because he's not here, Maggie. What I'm doing is asking the cards if I need to be worried about your relationship. Okay, and no, okay, yeah, while yes, there may be some other underlying things in it, I don't believe that you have to worry about him messing around at this point. Okay, so deal with the other issues before you bring anything new into this relationship. Okay, but you know, part of that would be stop compromising. I've been told here that you're making all the compromises, and a relationship should be about equality. Okay, I hope that helps. Thank you, John DeVito. Thanks for joining in. I have a boyfriend the past 3 years. Kira, tell him that he needs to wait. Okay, so we've answered Tarna's. Okay. I'm curious if any insights into the coming months with my business. Okay, so obviously I can't do a full spread. If you have a specific question with regards to your business, pop it below and I'll have a look below. But like in general, I'd have to, just if you're just asking how's the business going or whatever, that's not really something that I can do without doing a full spread. Okay, and I wouldn't have time to do a full spread for everybody. So I'm just trying to be fair. So if you have a specific worry about the business, please pop it below and I will ask. And Neve Kennedy, maybe not another move, Neve, maybe just some commuting. Okay, but there will be a little bit of distance here. Let's see. Helen's working full time as well, but don't really like my job. I need to get out of it. Frustrated. Need to spend more time on the business. Yeah, and when we're starting businesses, it can be difficult. I mean, I read part time a long time before I gave up work, my full time job, to do this full time. So it's something that you kind of phase in to your life. But the frustration and what I was seeing, that you're not necessarily being optimistic about your business, Helen, is probably stemming from the frustration that you're bringing home from your other job. So you need to separate the two. So, like, I hated going into my old job too. And there was a speed bump. As you went through the gates to where I was working, there was a speed bump. So, as I would go over that speed bump on the way into work, I would turn on the work me. And as I would leave to come home in the evening, it was like a switch turning on the home me. Okay, so I wasn't bringing home the frustration or anything with me. I was leaving that very firmly inside the gates. Okay, because all that frustration and anger and tension, if you're bringing it home, it's coming into your business at home. Okay, so you need to figure out how to have two separate places, or two separate entities, if you like. One that's the business you at work, and one that's the more relaxed business person when you leave. I hope that makes sense. Martina, oh, you lost your job due to COVID. I can't remember. I remember seeing that above, to say that if you can get something, or if you could make it more favorable. So hopefully that job will be coming back to you, okay? Because I was told that, where you were working is definitely more favorable to any new projects that you will take on, okay? So I fingers crossed that it will come back to you as soon as all this madness passes over, okay? The job is draining your energy. Yeah, Helen, I remember that feeling. Yeah, and that's going to, of course, make you think, you're bringing that, I don't want to call it a weakness. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. But you're definitely bringing that negativity, I suppose, home to your business. So you need to find a way of switching off. And I'm thinking of doing a course. Well, training is never a bad thing, Martina, but I can only go with the cards that came out. I still think where you were is the best option for you going forward. Okay. Orange is also for fertility. It's the sacral chakra. Okay, so for those of you that were asking about fertility, so orange is also for fertility, Regina says. And the one that I was talking about is the ruby zoisite, which I can't recommend enough as well. Okay, any more questions? Do you see me settling down with the guy I'm currently talking to? Ooh. Oh, shoot. That came out really fast. I don't know your first name, okay? But I'm going to say no on this one. Okay, there's other things going on for that person that you're talking to, which I'm not saying that they're lying about. I'm just saying they may not have opened up about enough, and it's definitely going to stop them from committing to anything for the foreseeable future. Okay. Oh, you need some ruby zoisite as well, Helen. Okay. So we'll see what we can get. There's 3 people there. I just kind of need a bigger order. So email me if you have looked around and can't find any anywhere. Email or text me with your name and let me know, and I will see if I can get some for you. I'll actually get on to Jenny myself, tell her that we have a few people looking for it, and see if she can add it to her next order. Okay. So let's see. Avian was saying, sorry, I didn't see Avian's answer to Katie there. Oh, Katie, she's so good. And Helen, okay, so you've been sorting it out there. Okay. And for the ones in Ireland, I can also ask Jenny as well. Okay, perfect. Okay, if I got to all the answers, all the questions there. Will I be okay on my own doing the success and money wise? Okay, it's not a question. I'm not really sure what you're getting at. Oh, is that for the business? Success and money wise? I can't, it's not that I can't say that it would be successful. I can, but I don't think that would be giving you enough information, because, I'd love to know, okay, well, I'm thinking of starting a business. Will it work out for me? Or I've been doing this business and I'm thinking of branching out. Or, I'm thinking of taking on a partner. I just love a question that I could get an answer to, as opposed to having to do a full spread and telling you that, you'll be struggling until April, then you'll be really busy and things will peter off again after October or something. Do you get what I'm saying? It just doesn't give me a question that I can answer. It's like looking for a full spread. Happy New Year, Neve. Okay, I see you're asking questions. Okay, about what can you focus on to bring more clients? Okay, let's see. Be easy to say advertising, wouldn't it? Yeah. I think what you need is a coach rather than a tarot card reading, because all kinds. It's just because I've been down these roads that I know so much. That all kinds of advertising or looking for business. It depends on the kind of business. Like a lot of coaches that I know get loads of business from LinkedIn, but there's no business on LinkedIn for me. So it's just very, very different with regards to different areas of business and very hard to know. I've nothing to connect with. Okay, so Courtney, it's not giving me an answer, Courtney. It's a hard one without a full spread. I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's not that I don't want to answer your questions. Oh, let's see. Okay. The only thing that it's given me here, Courtney, is that you're very capable. Okay. It says, you don't necessarily need or want other people around you, that you're determined to make a success or a go of this on your own. And I have no doubt that you'll do it. Okay. I just want you to know that, even though you're very capable. And what I normally say to people when this card comes up is that you didn't arrive on this earth like Superman in a spaceship on your own, okay? You were born into a family, you have friends, you have a support network. Allow people to help, okay? We're not meant to do anything on our own. So whether it's a coach or whether it's some friends, okay, let them help you out with this, okay? And I'm not saying take advice from any old Egypt on the street. Okay, obviously you want somebody that maybe knows a little bit about business. So you might consider maybe short term joining a coaching program or something like that to get it off the ground, because I can see there's some stress there. Okay. I don't know the name of this person either. Guys, if you have a weird name, if you just like have a random letters, just please put your name at the end of your question. Just so I can get something that I can connect with. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Time errors. I don't know what that means. Okay. Thinking of quitting current job. Oh, I can see the stress here. Yeah, and I do think that quitting your current job will actually be the wrong decision just now. Okay. I'm not saying that in the future that it won't be right for you. It's just not right at this time. Okay, so you need to stick with where you are. I don't know if it's possible for you to maybe work something in or start something part-time on the side, but definitely leaving the security of where you are right now isn't the right decision. Give it another 4 to 6 months before you consider taking any action, please. Okay. Let's see. Where's best keep an eye for any future mediumship course updates? No problem, Michael. I hope you got my answer there with regards to that. Give yourself 4 to 6 months. Okay. Are you looking for one of my mediumship programs, Maggie, or in general? I suppose each medium, if they're doing them, they would just advertise them kind of to their own mailing lists or on their own Facebook or Instagram or whatever like that. Okay. On mine. Okay. So yeah, definitely the mailing list or my Facebook page. Okay, they're definitely the best places. So sign up to the mailing list and follow the Facebook page. I tend to put things on the Facebook page before I put them anywhere else. I hope that helps. No problem at all, Maggie. Okay, guys, I've come to the end of the questions. I hope I did you all justice. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do apologize for the technical glitch earlier. I have no idea what happened. I didn't change anything. I just stopped and went out. So anyway, all's well that ends well. Thank you for joining me, guys. Have an amazing new year. Okay, I know here in Ireland there's nowhere really to celebrate and going out and stuff, but we can celebrate at home And I was even talking to my kids today. So what we're planning, there's some lovely scenic areas around Tipperary where I live. We're going to get up early and we're going to watch the last sunrise of 2021. And maybe I'll take some pictures and share them on social media. So we're just going to enjoy the last sunrise. And then we're going to visit our loved ones in the graveyard and take the last light of the year with us. So just a tradition, I suppose we started back for the millennium when there was a big event in my hometown here in Thurles, and they handed out candles to everybody that came, and we all brought those candles then up to the graveyard and left them on the grave. So it was the last light of the millennium. So these days I buy those candles that are battery powered, and we bring them up to the graveyard just as the sun is setting on New Year's Eve, just to capture the last light of the year and let them know that we're thinking about them. So that's what we will be doing on New Year's Eve, the four of us together. And you're more than welcome. And thank you for joining in from Liverpool, Tarna. It was a real pleasure to have you here. I will have to do some editing on the recording, but I will put it up later tonight for those who missed out, and you'll be able to listen back to the predictions for your different numerology numbers. I will see you next week, guys. We'll be back to talking about mediumship. And if there's anything that you would like me to cover at any future show, please, you can just drop me a line, an email, a text, a message on Facebook, anything at all. And I will definitely incorporate that into my plans. So for 2021, guys, that's a wrap. I will speak to you this time next week when it is, in fact, 2022. Happy New Year, guys, and see you next year. Good night.
Discussing everything about the afterlife and spirit.